I've seen the worst of you, and I've seen the worst of me. I'd do it all again, every rusted piece of it. I choose you all over again. We weren't a perfect picture, never claimed to be. Just two stubborn hearts tracing lines in the debris.
I've seen the tears at kitchen tables over nothing and everything. Watched you carry loads that would buckle lesser things.
There were seasons we were strangers under the same roof. Seasons where the silence was the only living proof. And I choose you all over again. Every fight, every flaw,
every beautiful mess.
I choose you
all over again.
Not the easy parts.
I choose you through the rest.
If I had 1,000 lives to live, 1,000 dusty roads to wander and begin,
every single time,
without a second thought,
I choose you all over again.
Leaving crossed my mind, I won't pretend it didn't.
But staying crossed it more, and so I did it.
Not out of duty, not out of fear of starting new.
I stay because there's no version of my life that isn't you.
I remember when I thought that love was free from bleeding,
that a soulmate would arrive and fix what needed fixing.
but you showed me something quieter and harder and more true.
That love isn't the absence of the pain it's going through.
You held me at my ugliest and never looked away.
Sat with me in silence when there wasn't much to say.
And I know I made you earn it every step along the road,
but you carried me like I was worth the weight of every load. And I choose you all over again.
every fight, every flaw,
Every beautiful mess.
I choose you
All over again.
not the easy parts.
I choose you through the rest.
If I had 1,000 lives to live,
1,000 dusty roads to wander and begin, every single time,
without a second thought,
I choose you all over again.
you were always worth it.
And if the whole thing ended tomorrow,
If this was all we ever got,
I'd stand up in front of everything and say it was enough. You were more than enough.
I choose you
All over again.
every single time. Nobody wants to walk the frozen ground when the heart sees in silence every joyful sound. The world loves the sunshine, the easy, careless days, but they vanish like shadows in the winter haze.
Yet that is the moment where the real ones memories remain.
And right here beside you, I'll absorb the rain.
I see it in your eyes, the dust upon your coat, the heavy, quiet sorrow catching in your throat.
You're trying to hold the mountain with your worn-out hands, doing everything for everyone, hoping someone understands.
But you don't have to be the pillar every single hour.
You don't have to hide the fading of your power. The call,
I will stand by you when your pockets are bare
and the road is too broken for a single prayer. You don't have to face the freezing night alone. I will hold your hand until this long winter is done. I know the cold terror of a crowded, lonely room,
where you smile to hide the shadows and the creeping gloom.
I've been the broken vessel that needed saving too,
and every single highway always led me back to you.
When I was falling fast, you were there to break the drop.
You never made me feel small when the bleeding wouldn't stop.
But you never wavered, you never walked away.
You just looked in my scars and whispered, I am here to stay.
I tested your grace, pushed harder than was right, just to see if you would vanish in the middle of the night.
Oh, but showing me your wounds is not a sacrifice or cost. It is the highest privilege to keep you from the frost.
There is nothing you could reveal, no valley you could dread,
that would make me take a single step backward from your bed. And I will stand by you
when the sky begins to fall,
when the whole world is trembling
and you cannot hear the call. I will stand by you when your pockets are bare
and the road is too broken for a single prayer.
You don't have to face the freezing night alone.
I will hold your hand until this long winter is done.
And we are finally home, through every storm we didn't see,
Through every season of unbecoming,
through every version of your grief.
I will stand right here. I will stand by you.
There are those who love you when the road is smooth and clear, but they vanish like the dust when the winter storm is near. That was the year I quietly Took every dream I made and locked them in the dark, where the colors start to fade.
I smiled through the mornings, but my eyes were telling lies,
drowning in a silence
under heavy, graying skies.
I recognize that quiet from the ghost town of my youth.
I watched you build the walls to hide your bitter truth.
You pushed me to the edges just to see if I would break,
testing every promise and every step I take.
I won't pretend it didn't leave a heavy scar or two,
but leaving never crossed my mind
because of you. Even then I loved you, through the wreckage and the cold.
when you were lost and losing every grip you used to hold.
Even then I loved you, when you couldn't look me in the eye and gave me every brutal reason just to say goodbye. It wasn't always beautiful,
It wasn't always kind,
but even then,
I loved you.
every single unforgiving time. I was lost inside my storm, too proud to let you in,
Spitting at the shadows of the man I should have been.
but you sat outside my silence with no other place to be.
Like patience was a language
You had learned just for me. Slowly, got so slowly,
I let you see the cracks inside,
the ugly, broken corners of my wounded,
fading pride. And I didn't pack my things, and I didn't look away. I stood right in the fire, and I chose to stay.
That was the moment that I finally understood you loved me at my worst when nobody else would.
Love is not the highlight reel or the easy Sunday light. It's staying through the darkness when there is no dawn inside.
If I had 1,000 roads to wander and begin,
I choose the wreckage all over again, through the frost and through the skin. Even then I loved you,
through the wreckage and the cold, when you were lost and losing every grip
you used to hold.
Even then I loved you, when you couldn't look me in the eye and gave me every brutal reason
just to say goodbye.
It wasn't always beautiful,
It wasn't always kind,
but even then,
I loved you.
every single given time. Through every wall,
I hid behind.
through every test you didn't mean to give,
You were always worth it.
you were always worth it,
Even then,
especially then. I spent a lifetime running circles in the dark, trying to outrun the shadows that left a heavy mark. Too many miles on those unforgiving roads, too many tears under these crushing loads.
I wore my wounded heart like a piece of broken glass, careful with every touch, just praying it would pass.
I built the wall so high, locked inside my own fear. Never thought I'd find a soul I'd ever let this near. Then you came in like a sudden, quiet sunrise, chasing all the gray away from my tired eyes.
The stormy sky cleared up, the roaring world went still. The moment that you met me on that lonely hill.
Look, there's a lamp beside the window, casting shadows on the floor. An old vinyl record playing, and I don't feel lost no more.
There's coffee on the counter, Sunday morning in your gaze.
Nothing fancy, nothing perfect, just a sweet and simple days. When the world gets heavy,
When the darkness won't let go,
I found my way back to your arms.
and suddenly I know
You are my peace,
when my mind won't slow down,
you are my calm.
when my world falls to the ground.
When the noise gets louder and the pain runs deep,
I don't need saving from the storm when you're the promise that I keep.
'cause you are my peace,
Yeah.
you are my home. I've seen your hidden scars, you've seen my naked truth. No pretending anymore,
No ghost from our youth,
nothing left to prove,
nothing left to hide,
nothing left to hide.
just two broken pieces finally resting side by side.
I never thought I'd find a love that felt this simple and clean.
The most beautiful forever that my eyes have ever seen.
No raging fire, no perfect poetic line,
Just the steady warmth of your hand holding mine.
and somehow that's enough to heal 1,000 lonely nights.
To turn off the alarms and put out the warning light.
If tomorrow takes everything,
And the road is hard to see,
as long as I have your love,
that's all that matters to me.
when the world gets heavy,
When the darkness won't let go,
I found my way back to your arms.
and suddenly I know
You are my peace,
when my mind won't slow down,
you are my calm.
when my world falls to the ground.
When the noise gets louder
Oh,
and the pain Believe me, I've tried to find a version of my days where your name doesn't echo through the highways. I've been down roads that were supposed to lead away, packed my feelings in a box, tried to find a different day.
Watch the sunset on a brand new town. Told myself this chapter's closed, the walls are coming down.
But the very first line of every single page still opens with your name,
uncut by time or age.
I built a whole new life on the other side of us.
Rearranged the furniture, tried to build some trust.
Told the crowd I was fine, that the bleeding had to stop.
But it was just a cheap performance, just a hollow prop.
Because real was still your voice at the back of my mind, the only true weight that I couldn't leave behind.
I dated kind of people who were easier on my peace,
but at the end of every quiet night, the aching wouldn't cease. So I can't stop loving you. I've tried everything I know. It's like trying to stop the breathing when the winds and blizzards blow.
every exit that I took just brought me back to your hand,
There was no other runway.
where this broken heart could land.
It's not for lack of trying. God knows we fought the spark,
But every road we took just came full circle in the dark.
I used to be embarrassed, thought the longing was a flaw.
A proof of my own weakness
that the whole world saw. But I'm done with the apologies, I'm done with the disguise.
This stubborn, endless aching
Is the truest thing that lives or dies. Maybe some loves aren't meant to be gotten over or undone,
maybe they're just meant to be carried
beneath the faded sun. Not as a heavy burden,
or a shadow of our blame,
but a quiet
deep reminder
that we burn with the same flame.
So let's stop the performance,
We'll stop measuring the miles
let's strip away the armor
and the artificial smiles. I look you in the eye and I say it without fear. I finally stopped trying to pretend you aren't here. I can't stop loving you. I try everything I know. It's like trying to stop the breathing when the winds and blizzards blow.
Every exit that I took just brought me back to your hand,
There was no other runway.
where this broken heart could land.
It's not for lack of trying.
God knows we fought the spark,
But
every road we took just came full circle in the dark.
every new start,
Every new start,
every new start
every quiet moment,
brought me back to truth.
I just can't stop,
I just can't stop.
I just can't stop.
And I think I finally
Stop trying to